Good Tuesday morning. I've got August the 5th, 2025. Ken Arzon here talking baseball, looking at baseball players from the past, and I have been focusing on players 300 or better career batting average. I think that is a significant accomplishment. Would that not be your goal if you were a ball player? Finish your career 300 or better, whatever the amount is. So I have covered 151 baseball players, 300 or better career batting average. I've looked at their box scores, looked at their accomplishments. How do they do it? I found out, I did some research, and I asked myself this question. How many baseball players in history have a 300 or better career batting average? The answer I found out was 203 out of, let's say, 18,000 since 1870 that have come through the National and American leagues. Talking about the major leagues, 18,000 or so players. Only 203 have a 300 or better career batting average. How about that stat? I didn't know that one. So I've covered 151. That means I've got 52 more players to cover. So I'm going to cover another guy today. He's a no-name. Barney McCosky. Have you heard of him? I haven't. But he had a 312 career batting average in 11 years. Not enough playing time. 1,170 games, not enough. 4,172 at-bats, not enough. But by looking at the guy's career, I'm curious. And look what I found out about this guy. Started in 1939, 22 years old. His rookie season, 120 runs scored, 190 hits, and he bats .311. Not a bad rookie campaign. 190 hits, 120 runs scored. He only had 58 RBIs, which is very poor. So how about that start? Then his second year, 1940, does even better. 123 runs scored, 200 hits on the nose, bats .340. But that's about all he did that year, because he only had 57 RBIs, which is very poor. Not a home run guy. But looks like he can hit 2 years in a row, 300. 2 years in a row, 190 hits, 200 hits. So his third year, 160 hits, but bats .324. 3 straight seasons to start his career, 300 or better. Barney McCosky. Way to go, Barney. Then his fourth year, 1942, 176 hits, but he batted .293. So that's 4 years in the big leagues. But he ran into a situation which a lot of players during the 1940s could not avoid. World War II breaks out in Europe. And here in the United States, 1941, with the bombing of Pearl Harbor, a lot of the active baseball players sign up for the military, and he was one of them. Signed up for the Navy, 1943, 44, and 45. So he misses 3 straight years. And they were prime years. He would have been 26, 27, and 28. Because his first 4 years, listen, 190 hits, 200 hits, 160, and 176. So good year. Good year. So that's 405. It's about 700 hits in 4 years. But then he serves 3 years in the military. U.S. Navy. Props to him. Comes back, 1946. Gets 127 hits, Bats 318. So he's got 4 300 batting average seasons. 1947, 179 hits, 328. 1948, 168 hits, 326. This guy's got 7 seasons, 300 or better, out of 8 years played. Not bad. But those 3 years in the military threw him off as far as his baseball career. So in 1949, he does not play. I don't know what happened. 1950, his career starts to go way down. He's only 33, but he plays 66 games, bats 240. Then in 1951, 68 games, missing 100 games a season, bats 268. 1951, 268. 1952, he bats 213. And 1953, he bats 190. Oh, man. This guy had 7 300 batting average seasons. He had 1 season, 200 hits. His high in batting average, he had a 340. 7 out of 8 years, 300. But all of a sudden, his career ends 1953 at age 36. He just could not get himself going after the World War II years. I think that happened to a lot of players during that time. They were playing baseball in the 1930s, and then they started the new decade, the 1940s. World War II ruined everything for baseball players' career because it disrupted everything. Disrupted a lot of the teams. A lot of good players went into the military. I mean, we're talking Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Bob Feller, Hank Greenberg. And Barney McCosky is another guy that went in. He's not in the same class as the DiMaggios and Williams. But this guy got off to a good start for his baseball career. 300 hitter. But by serving 3 years in the U.S. Navy, just threw him off as far as baseball concerned. When he came back, he was never the same. So he ends up 312 career batting average, 1,300 hits career. Barney McCosky, a no name in baseball history, but I wanted to cover him because 312 career batting average. Way to go, Barney. All right, I've got about 51 more players to cover, 300 or better. Next guy, Bing Miller. Have you heard of him? I haven't. But we'll look at his career. 311 career batting average for Bing Miller. I'm out.